AP is equal to DQ given. Okay, and finally angle B is equal to angle A equal to 90 degree. Okay, therefore we say triangle ABP is congruent to triangle DAQ, and this is by a RHS theorem. Okay, so once we have proved congruency, what you must notice here that by CPCT, what I can say is that these two angles are equal. These two red angles that are there, these two angles are equal, isn't it? Because BP must be equal to AQ, isn't it? Because these two are equal. These two are equal. Okay, in this triangle, opposite to this side is this angle, and in this triangle, opposite to this is this angle. So therefore, by CPCT, these two must be equal. So therefore, we write these two angles to be equal. Angle BAP is equal to angle ADQ. By CPCT, these two angles are equal. CPCT. Okay. Now we'll proceed to the main part of the proof. Once we have identified the triangles, we have proved congruency, and we have shown the relevant angle to be equal. But why did we choose this angle? That is the question here. We chose these two angles because, see, we chose these two angles because, see, if these two angles are equal, say I call this angle X and I call this angle X. Both these angles are equal, so I call them X. And say I call the other angle Y. Okay, now clearly if you see angle A here is 90 degree because it is the interior angle of a square. And since we have called these two angles X and Y, angle A is nothing but the sum of X and Y, right? Isn't it? But what is X here? X is also this angle, isn't it? See this angle and X plus Y. And these two angles are the angles of which triangle? These two angles of which triangle? This triangle, right? Triangle ADQ. So if these two angles, Y, X, if the sum of these two angles is 90 degree in this triangle, then this angle has to be 90 degree, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
therefore, that was the main idea to show why I showed that this angle is equal to this angle, because once these two angles are equal, then I can call them X. Okay. Now once I can call them X, I call the other angle here Y. Okay. Now angle A is 90 degree here. And what is angle A? Angle A is nothing but the sum of X and Y. So X plus Y is equal to 90. But what is X here? X here is also this angle. And Y is also here this angle. That means in this triangle, look at the figure in the notes. In this red shaded triangle, the sum of the two angles are 90 degree. Therefore, the third angle has to be 90 degree. Okay. So that is what I have done. Now let us write this, see how to write this. So I have shown that these two angles are equal by CPCT. Okay. And therefore, what I do is I start by saying angle A is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Because it is an interior angle of a square. of a square. Interior angle of a square. Next, angle A is nothing but the sum of angle A is nothing but the sum of which two angles? Angle BAP,
X and Y.
angle BAP. No, I'm not denoting by X and Y. X and Y was only to make you understand. Okay, so we write angle A as angle BAP. Okay, and the other angle is PAD. Y angle, the Y angle that I have denoted, that is your PAD, is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, now BAP is the same as angle ADQ. Here by CPCT I have shown. So what I can do is I can replace this BAP by angle ADQ. Okay, plus and angle PAD. Angle PAD, if I call this point of intersection as say M, okay, then angle PAD I can also write as angle DAM. I see that it's just relabeling of the angles. Angle PAD can also be called as angle DAM. Okay, so what I do here is angle PAD I write as angle DAM equal to 90 degree, and I give my reason here because I have replaced BAP by ADQ. So I'll give my reason here. Angle BAP is equal to angle ADQ. Okay. So
Good
this,
morning, sir.
good morning. This is what I have done. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll consider this triangle. Consider triangle ADM. In triangle ADM. First angle, angle AMD. The angle that we want to prove 90 degree. Okay. So angle ADM plus these two angles. Angle ADQ plus angle DAM is equal to 90 degree because they are the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. And the ADM we need to show that this is 90 degrees, so we write it as it is. And the sum of these two angles, sorry, why have I written 90 degree? It should be 180. 180. Now sum of these two angles, I have shown here sum of these two angles to be 90 degrees. So I write this as 90 is equal to 180. So therefore angle ADM,
ADM will be 180 minus 90.
which is 90. So what is angle, angle ADM, that means this angle we have shown, to be 90 degree. That means AP must be perpendicular to DQ. So we write hence AP perpendicular to DQ. Okay, so this is how you should be writing. Any question?
No, sir.
Then we move on to the
No,
next.
sir.
Okay, number 9. Number 9 is not going to be an easy one. It's a long problem. Okay, so the way I mean the first try to understand the way I tell you. Okay, then we'll go to the writing part. So ABCD is a square. EFGH are points on the side AB, BC, CD, and DA respectively. Let me draw first and then try to understand. This is your square, and let's label the square as ABCD. And remember, the figure is not given. We are drawing the figure. See that I have drawn the figure only once, which means that the figure is not given. ABCD is a square. EFGH are points on the sides AB, BC, CD, and DA. Let us take the points. Let's take the point E, F, G, this H, and we join these. E and EFGH we join. We join these. Okay. So EFGH are points on the sides AB, BC, CD, and DA. So E is a point on AB, F is a point on BC, G is a point on CD, and H is a point on DA, respectively, such that AE is equal to BF is equal to CG is equal to DH. So AE, so this side AE is equal to BF, this side is equal to CG, this length is equal to DH. These four are equal. You need to show that EFGH is also a square. That is this quadrilateral that you see inside the square EFGH. You need to show that this is also a square. So how to show? See, the basic idea here is to show that this quadrilateral that you see EFGH, how can you show that it is a square? The basic idea here is to show that all the sides are equal of this quadrilateral. Okay, EF is equal to FG is equal to GH is equal to EH. Okay, all the sides are equal. And secondly, what you have to show is that one interior angle is 90 degrees. Remember, we had done a similar kind of problem here. This one here. When we are proving this to be a square, what are we showing? We are showing two things here. See, to show one interior angle 90 degree and all the sides equal. That is exactly the same thing that we are going to do with this quadrilateral also. Okay, so let us given here is your AE is equal to BF is equal to CG is equal to DH. Okay, also what is given is that ABCD is a square. Okay, and how will you show that EFGH is also a square? First, we have to show that in this EFGH, any interior angle is 90 degree. Let us say angle E or angle F or angle G or angle H is equal to 90 degree. Any one of these angles you can show this to be 90 degree. Or and what you also need to show is that all the sides are equal. EF is equal to FG is equal to GH is equal to EH. If you can show these two, then you can say that EFGH is a square. Okay. So now the question is how to show. Now see, what you first need to observe here is that all the sides of this, since ABCD is a square, all these four sides are equal. Okay. Let us call all these four sides A. Okay. Let us call all these four sides A. And it is also given to you that these are equal. Let us call this as X. X. Let us call all these to be X because they are equal. Therefore, what should be this length? Its length will be A minus x. This length will be a minus x. Similarly, here it will be a minus x. This length will also be a minus x, right? So what do you see? What do you observe here? That not only these lengths, but these lengths are also equal. This length, this length, this length, and this length. They are also equal. Okay. So that is what we are going to show, not by taking a and x, but by actually taking the sides. Okay, the first. So we have shown that all these blue marked sides are equal. Let me just erase this now. Okay. So now what I have shown here is, I have shown that this, 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 this are also equal, right? I have shown just now, because all these are equal to a minus x. Okay. So now what we are going to show here is, once I have shown that all these red marked sides are equal, we are going to show that the adjacent sides of this quadrilateral are equal. That is, this side is equal to this side. Okay. We are going to show that the adjacent sides are equal, because if we can show that the adjacent sides are equal, then we'll show that the opposite sides are also equal. That is, this side is equal to this side. Now, once I show that the adjacent sides are equal and the opposite sides are also equal, then I can say all the sides are equal. Okay, so that is what we are going to show. So first of all, what we are going to show, these two black marked sides, these two sides shown with your black marks, curly brackets, we are going to show that these two sides are equal. How do you show that these two sides are equal? We are going to show that this triangle is congruent to this triangle. If I can show that these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT I can say that these two sides are equal. Okay, so can we show that these two triangles are congruent? Yes, we can show that these two triangles are congruent, but we'll come to that part a little later. Suppose we can show that these two triangles are congruent. So we have shown that these two triangles are congruent, and therefore these two must be equal. So we have shown that the adjacent sides of this quadrilateral are equal. Now we come to show how to show um, that the opposite sides are equal. How do you show that the opposite sides are equal? What we are going to do here is, this time we are going to show that this triangle is congruent to this triangle. If we can show that these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT I can say that this side is equal to this side. That means the opposite sides of the quadrilateral are equal. Now once I show that the opposite sides are equal and also the adjacent sides are equal, then I can say that all the sides are equal, isn't it? Because if this side is equal to A, not A, let's say, let's take another notation. If I take this side to be, say, Y, and I've shown that the opposite adjacent sides are equal, so that means this side is Y. Now I have also shown that these two are equal. Say, so if this is Y, then this will be Y. So therefore all the sides are equal. Okay. So that is what we are going to follow in order to prove that all the sides are equal. Okay. Now the next part, how to show that one angle is 90 degree. I think that I'll do after proving that all the sides are equal, because then you will be able to see which angles are also equal. Okay, that's too much of information right now. So maybe I'll first prove the congruency of these two triangles. This triangle and this triangle. In order to prove that the adjacent sides of this quadrilateral are equal, I'll show that these two triangles are congruent. So I'll write in triangle. No, first I'll show that the red sides are equal. First, I'll say AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Why? Because they are sides of a square. Also, the sides that are given to be equal are AE, AE. See that AE I am writing under AB, okay, and BF I am writing under BC. There's a reason for this. And CG I am writing under CD, and DH I am writing under AD. Okay, because all these are on these sides only. E is a point on AB, F is a point on BC, and so on. Now, why I am writing this is because in order to see here, I'll give the reason here also. This is given. I'm writing this because because later on here I want to write this as I want to subtract these two equations. I'll get AB minus AE is equal to BC minus BF. This is A minus X part, if you remember. CD minus CG is equal to AD minus DH. And what are these? These are all these red marked sides. So side that I have marked in red. See, AB minus AE is what? This side. Okay, similarly, all the other red marked sides. So this is EB. AB minus AE is EB. BC minus BF is CF. Okay, and this CD minus CG is DG, and AD minus DH is AH. Okay, so I've shown that these are all equal, the red marked sides. Now I'll proceed to prove the congruency of these two triangles. Okay, so I consider triangle AEH and BEF. In triangle AEH and triangle BEF, these two triangles. AEH. So what are what sides or what uh, angles are equal? Let's see. These two red marked sides are equal. Okay. These two red marked sides are equal. Next, these two black marked sides are equal. This one and this one. AE and BF. And what else? What else can you say? This is right angle.
Yes, sir. Angle A and angle B, 90 degrees.
Two are 90 degree angles, right? So by what axiom?
Side angle side.
SAS. So by SAS, we are proving that these two, why SAS? Because in these two triangles, if you see, with the help of what sides and what angles have I proven equal? With the help of this side, I have proven congruency. With the help of this side, I have proven congruency. And with the help of this right angle, which is the included angle between these two sides. So therefore, it has to be SAS. Okay. So we'll write this. First, we'll write angle A is equal to angle B is equal to 90 degree. Let me write in full. Angle HAE is equal to angle FBE equal to 90 degree. Why? Because they are the interior angles of a square. Okay. Next one is the red marked sides. What are the red marked sides? AH and EB. Right, AH is equal to EB. Okay, as proved above. We have proved here, isn't it? As proved above. Next, the black ones. AE is equal to BF. The sides AE and BF. This was given to you. Therefore, triangle AEH is congruent to triangle BEF. This is by SAS. Now, once I have proven the congruency of these two triangles, I can say that this side is equal to this side by CPCT. So that is what I'm going to write. And what are these two sides? These sides are EH and EF. So EH is equal to EF by CPCT. Okay. Now, once I have shown that these two sides are equal, what I will also say is I can say that similarly, these two triangles are also congruent. These two triangles. I can say these two triangles are also congruent. I can say similarly, isn't it? Similarly, what are the triangles here? DHG and CFG. Triangle DHG is similar to triangle CFG, and it's because these two triangles similarly. Why did I write similarly? Because the proof is exactly the same axiom, same type of sides. Okay, the red sides are equal, the black ones that I have marked are equal, and angle D and angle C are 90 degree. Exactly the same way we'll proceed. So that is why I have written similarly. So once I have proved that these two, once I have mentioned that these two triangles are congruent, therefore this side must be equal to this side. Therefore, HG is equal to GH is equal to GF. Therefore, GH is equal to GF by CPCT. Okay. Thus, EH is equal to EF and GH is equal to GF. These show. Now, what do these show? Tell me, what do these show? Can anyone tell me what do these show? What can I say about this quadrilateral? If I
Sir,
say
it is a square.
no, not now. If I say that these two are equal, and if I also say that these two are equal,
So the sides are equal.
we can say that the adjacent sides of this quadrilateral are equal. Not all sides are equal, but the adjacent sides are equal, right?
Yes,
So
sir. Adjacent.
we conclude that in the quadrilateral ABCD, these show that the adjacent sides of the quadrilateral ABCD are equal. Okay. We now proceed to show that the opposite sides of the quadrilateral ABCD not ABCD, EFGH, sorry. EFGH. EFGH. This is also EFGH. Are equal. Okay. Now, once we have shown that the adjacent sides are equal, if we can now show that the opposite sides are equal, then we can say that all the sides are equal. If I can show, that is, if I can show this blue side is equal to this red side, and this blue side is equal to this red side, then I can say that all are equal. If adjacent sides are equal and if opposite sides are also equal, then obviously I can say that all the sides are equal. Okay. But it seems that we don't have time for this.